Yes, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Xunamid YouTube Sports TV. Just yesterday in the Champions League, Bayern Munich comfortably beat PSG 1-0 under the big man himself, that is Vincent Kompany, who is the head coach of Bayern Munich. They comfortably won this one comfortably with a 1-0 win, which came within the halftime as Bayern Munich was pushing for the equalizer, that is a South Korean superstar, that is Kim Min-jae, managed to score that only header that came, that is in the halftime. And since then, PSG did not have any chances, despite the fact that it was one of the most entertaining games we have so far witnessed, that is in the Champions League. Remember, these two teams have been struggling, that is under the new format of the Champions League, when they were trading above the 16th position and the others. As per now, PSG only has 4 points, and Bayern Munich managed to struggle, and with so doing, at least they managed to progress, that is the second tier, or they managed to progress at least towards the first 16 teams. Reason being, they managed to win this one 1-0, but it was an intense game and a pressured game. Reason being that all teams came into this game knowing that at least a win would push them further. Remember, Bayern Munich has so far won, that is 2 consecutive games. Previously, they managed to beat still, that was FC Benfica 1-0, and even this time they have managed to repeat the same format. Reason being that they have been struggling with the form. Remember the loss up against, that was Aston Villa, and even several other games. Reason being that the new Champions League format is quite very competitive, and you have to play that is big teams. But under Vincent Kompany, at least they are trying now to replicate the form they are using, that is in the domestic league, where they are still unbeaten in the Bundesliga. And this time this game was very entertaining. Reason being that either team came into this game knowing that a win was very vital. Some key aspects that is in this game, Hurricane started in this game. We had the likes of Jamal Musiala was one of the players. We had the likes of Leroy Sané was very influential. The likes of Pemecano was very instrumental. And then in the defense, we had, that is the captain himself, that is Manuel Neuer, looked very good in this game. On the side of PSG, we had big men, the likes of Vitinha was very influential, that is in the midfield. Ousmane Dembele was very influential. However, we have to give credit, that is to the Bayern defense, that looked very firm and could not let on any chances go just without being dealt with. We saw some attacks from Ousmane Dembele, we saw some attacks from Vitinha, and even the likes of Bakola and even Kolo Muani also looked very influential in front of goal. However, the well-organized defense of Bayern Munich could not let them score the ball into the back of the net, meaning that it was such an intense game. However, towards the dying minutes of the second half, it was all pressure pile that is on Bayern Munich. Reason being that PSG was very rampant, trying to capitalize on the use of the ball, placing them so high. However, the Bayern Munich defense knew that they had to defend their goal very well. So with so doing, it meant that Vincent Kompany had to employ some defensive tactics. We remember him very well during his times, that is the Bayern Munich coach, during his times, that is at Manchester City, where he was captain and played for over 9 years and was one of the big figures, that is in the Manchester City defense. So he employed such tactics to make sure that he shadows down, that is the attacking side of Luis Enrique, that is the coach of PSG. This time, in this campaign, PSG is not looking very fine. Reason being, ever since they sold off, that is Kylian Mbappe, their talisman, things are not moving on positively, because with so doing, they may end out even missing out, that is on the round of 16 playoffs, because the position they are in is not all that certain. To a team like PSG, out of the 5 games that we have played so far, they have only managed, that is 4 points. You see, how the pressure is piling on them. When some smaller teams that is still from France, the likes of AC Monaco are performing better, and even the likes of Brest, who are having just their Champions League debut, are also performing better. I remember them previously, they were playing up against Barcelona, and they were comfortably beaten, that is 3-0. However, it was their first defeat, that is FC Brest. So with such performances to PSG, which we very well know that it is the biggest team currently that is in the French